that begins with something as simple as a soccer game. The evolution of a company that was founded to provide free eyeglasses into a force for political advocacy and policy change. A story about combating youth unemployment in South Africa. One about easier access to food stamps in California. And another about a housing and services network for the chronically homeless. Along with all these real-life examples comes a ton of practical information about methods for working in the current system, new funding models, and even ways to start encouraging change from within. Lean Impact discusses the ways organizations can serve their two very different but equally important customers, funders and users, a crucial skill set for success in the world of social good. It also pays close attention to funders themselves, foundations, government agencies, philanthropists, impact investors, and donors, offering tools that will help them direct their aid in ways that best support the projects they're involved in. A book that explains this clearly and compellingly is a hugely important contribution. I've had many conversations with funders who want to know how they can be more useful. More often than not, when I tell them they need to change the way they give grants and donations by funding actual outcomes rather than giving groups a large sum of money and waiting to see what happens at the end of a year, or 2 years, or more, they rarely call me again. Until now, this idea, and change of any kind, has simply seemed too radical a departure from the way things have always been done. Lean Impact will make it seem not only possible, but preferable. I'm thrilled to see the ideas in the Lean Startup used in these new, incredibly valuable ways, and to see how Mei has developed and customized them to meet the particular needs of social innovation. Value and growth are the main dimensions of Lean Startup, and now a third one has been added: impact. Impact is a critically important concept when it comes to social innovation, generally used in the context of measuring whether social interventions do or don't work. But conceptually, it's very similar to the problem of measuring success in a business before you have profits. That's why lean methods are so perfectly suited to this kind of work. The only real difference is that instead of talking about maximizing shareholder value, Lean Impact talks about maximizing social impact. An advanced party of pioneers, some of whom you'll hear about here, is already doing this, but we need more. This book is a way to help add to their numbers. Lean Impact is not only transformational for the social sector, though. My hope is that people in other kinds of businesses and organizations will also pick it up, and after hearing about the dedicated people and clear strategies whose stories Mei has gathered, think about how the products and institutions they build affect the world. All of us have more to learn about how we make impact so we can move together into this new era. Eric Ries, author of The Lean Startup and The Startup Way. Introduction. As I lie on the roof of a small boat, puttering down the Ui River, drifting past lush vegetation, punctuated by the occasional flash of bright gold from the stupa of a Buddhist shrine, my mind turns over a jumble of insights from an eye-opening day. I had arrived in the Irrawaddy Delta region of Myanmar the night before, after flying halfway around the world and bumping along for 8 hours on largely unpaved roads. Following a restless night in the best local guest house, listening to my neighbor's hacking cough through thin walls that rose a foot short of the ceiling, I had eagerly embarked on one of my first field visits to witness the noble work being done to fight global poverty. Myanmar was at a